Hello, people out there in the world. I was like last minute, and we're kind of late for Wednesday night sprints. Usually you start about an hour ago, but it's been a long day for me. Has it been a long day for you, Greg? I mean, Benedict.
Yes, because I woke up very early for no reason, so extra long day.
What did you do at 4 a.m?
Nothing. I just lied in bed and couldn't go back to sleep.
That's the worst. That's when you should read.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should have read more.
No, you can read whenever you want to, but if you have just time where you can't do anything else, reading is a good option.
Indeed.
I finally had time off, and I didn't know what to do with myself.
Nice. So what did you do?
Well, so today we had like a wellness thing we had to do, and they offered like free movie tickets and stuff if you wanted to go. And we were originally going to go paint ceramic bowls or glasses or whatever at this paint studio, but then they got COVID, and so we had to do something else. And so some of us went and saw that Lost City movie. I don't know if you've seen a trailer for it, but it has like the actual Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock and like Daniel Radcliffe in it. And Daniel Radcliffe plays like this evil billionaire dude, and he is really funny, and he's just my favorite. And so I have to see pretty much anything that he's in. So it was a really good movie, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, it had all the things that I liked in it. It has like it's very Indiana Jones type like thing. They're like searching for lost treasure and like cultural.
It does have an Indiana Jones name.
Yes,
Lost City. Yeah.
Well, there's like so. It's about a woman who like writes romance novels, but like adventuring romance novels. And so her final like book that she writes is called The Lost City of D. And everyone thinks it's either the male protagonist's name starts with a D or Dick. And it's just so it's not quite as Indiana Jonesy as but
The Lost Angus.
The Lost
wow.
Angus, yes.
Yeah. The Lost Dragon, dare I say?
Excuse me?
Dragon. You heard me.
No.
Also, I know you looked at the spoilers for Wall of Storms.
I have not looked at your latest message.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, dragons is an interesting word. Is all I will say.
I thought the whole thing was that there were dragons.
I
Dragons
mean, I call everything dragon. So can you really take my word for that?
No, but I can't take your word for anything. You two of your control. Apparently, we match.
We're matching. I am wearing a black.
No, go for it.
I was going to make a not funny joke. I am wearing a black t-shirt because I am a cultural critic. Anyway.
I just listen to a lot of Evanescence, so.
Oh, okay. Well.
And I'm cold. It's freezing. Do you know that it was snowing this morning?
Oh, boy.
Snowing. Yes.
Sometimes we get snow in April, but definitely not this year. It's been way too warm.
It was 80 degrees like 3 days ago.
Yeah. So. Crazy.
But I'm freezing. So, Greg, what are you reading?
I'm almost done. Let it be over. No, I really like it. Yeah. I really like it, but I've just been slow reading.
You're we don't talk about slow reading right now because I am the slowest reader ever right now.
I'm the slowest reader. No one reads slower than me.
I am reading this, and I am just about to the chapter that Evie told me she doesn't remember what happens because it was so traumatizing to read. So that'll be fun for you guys to see on camera. But look at all these tabs I have.
It's a lot of tabs.
Oh, yes. This book is, it's the worst thing I've ever read, but it's also one of the most interesting things I've ever read in
Nice.
any sense, because like you can't describe this book to people, but the thoughts and the themes that it brings up are just like, I want to do a review video on this, but I feel like to actually talk about this book, like I would get banned from YouTube.
I have no idea anything about it, so
I mean, are you allowed to say cannibalism on YouTube? I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't see why not.
You don't know what this is about?
No, but I assume it's about cannibalism.
Tender is the Flesh. Yes, Tender is the Flesh is dystopian, and apparently in the future, some virus um, infects all of the animals on the planet, and it's deadly to humans. And so humans can't eat animal meat anymore. And so the world's collective governments decided that it would be okay to start breeding and slaughtering humans. And that's, yeah. So it's about a guy who works at a processing plant who doesn't want to work at a processing plant. But there's like a lot more to the story, but the fact that it's just like based around that one thing
Mm.
is just so horrible. But it allows for you to have these conversations, which is why I like this kind of work. So it's real good.
Yeah. I
But
mean, it must be a hard job to work on a human farm, but someone's got to do it. There's big demand for human flesh.
you would think that would be only a zombie thing, but no. Well, there's a character in here talking to their family, and they have kids, and um they were like joking about what they think their uncle would taste like if they ate him, because apparently that's like the kids joke about that stuff. And the mother gets very angry and she like slams her hand down and she goes, "We do not eat people. What are we, savages?" And it's like you're literally eating special meat. And it's just like they make a distinction between humans and like people.
Mm.
So they don't even call it human meat, they call it special meat, and you're not allowed to call the humans any word resembling a person.
Mm.
It's very like it's very interesting and horrible. I love it. I love it, and I want to talk about it, but people are going to be like, "You're weird." Like, but
That is a common thing to like dehumanize some humans with a certain word and then like give like a different word for people who are in the same category but like of a different class or whatever. Like immigrants and I forget the word for like rich immigrants. It's not envoys. It's like something like that though. What?
no, I was just laughing
Oh,
because that just makes
yeah.
me think of Civilization.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Envoys, yeah.
yeah, there's so many things. There's so many sides to that like thematic change in that conversation that I think you would actually really like, but I don't think you'd like this book.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of eating humans. That's like a negative 10 points for Gryffindor, but
Oh well, yeah. Usually, I'm I'm all about it. I just there's a way that this kind of story like allows you to talk about certain things, like how difficult do things have to be before it's okay to break morals that like have existed for forever, like if that makes any sense. No, Evie, I am about to be on chapter 5 of part 2, so y'all are gonna just see, you're gonna see my face when I read that chapter, Evie. This is like the worst thing to start off a stream talking about. Here, let me tell you all about the cannibalism book I'm reading right now.
yep.
But it's just like, It's not on a stream. I will talk to you about the themes in here because I want your opinion on them, but I know you'll never read this book. So it's very not you. Yes, Evie. Oh no, exactly. What's everybody else reading? For anybody who just got here, Greg is finishing up Wall of Storms.
Yep. A book about dragons.
I'm gonna have to get like a copy of Jurassic Park or something. You know what you should read, Greg?
Oh boy.
The fantasy dinosaur books. I have shown these to you before, haven't I? Where's my phone?
The fantasy dragon book that someone defaced and made into the dinosaur book.
It's like the Dinosaur Wars or something like that.
Oh, there's actual dinosaur war books.
This is like, I don't even, it's like the Dinosaur Princess or. Yes, the Dinosaur Lords. It's a trilogy. And the last one is the Dinosaur Princess. I shit you not. Look at this cover. Can I make it bigger? Yes. He is riding a Tyrannosaurus Rex into battle.
Oh man, that's my favorite type of dragon.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
I was watching the Thought Slime video that Albatross linked in like the political chat on my Discord today, and he said something like conservative comedy isn't funny because it's not based in reality. And then I was thinking about my my dinosaur and dragon jokes, and I'm like, how are these funny? These are not based in anything.
They're based in fictional truths.
Fictional
truths, yes.
What is truth?
We could have that conversation, Greg. Do you want to have that conversation?
Oh no.
This will get very confusing. We'll need to pull up some Descartes. It's going to be great.
Oh no. No, I mistook everything.
So we have Sword of the Lictor. Is that Book of the New Sun? Oh no, really? Oh geez. Jerry, have you read any Abercrombie before? Let me see. Anita with the Mistborn.
Good.
Yes. Greg, she's getting confused with all the Allomancy.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll get like explained. Sanderson goes out of his way to Greg explain it to you.
Many a time. A lot of the time, that's like people's critiques on the books.
Yep.
Truth is not the same as fact. That is also true. Break 3. I thought you were saying you were getting confused.
I think she said she was making like a diagram or something.
I guess I thought that you meant like you were having difficulty keeping everything straight when you're in a battle scene. My bad. I would like to know your opinions as you move along because I have apparently controversial opinions about this book series. So, okay, do we want to read? When do we want to read until?
I don't know.
As soon as I edit it, Evie, which I'm planning on doing this evening. I haven't said anything to anyone yet, so it would be exciting. What did you say, Greg?
Nothing. I'm just yawning.
Okay. Do we want to read until 40 or 50?
Either way, whatever. 45.
Sure, I will edit this. Okay.
Your dragon's making a ruckus.
No, that's actually Jackie. Okay. You okay over there?
I don't know why this is funny. I'm just sleep deprived.
Yes, you are. Go read something. We'll see you guys in 34 minutes. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. You're like, you're wrong, but not why you think you're wrong. All right, bye.
Hello.
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 I read the chapter. I can't talk right now. You guys are going to have to do the thing.
Oh no.
No, let us talk.
Come here, baby.
Was I right?
I have to hug my hologram. Come here.
You say hologram? I'm confused.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a conspiracy theory that Kate has one dog and one hologram.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. Fake dog. I am in a large battle
Nice.
between dragons and airships.
Wait, what are you reading again?
Wall of Storms.
Oh, okay.
There are no dragons. I am,
I really need to read Grace of Canes, but I also don't want to start that when I'm in the midst of, like, live ship, which is starting next week, so.
Yes. Yeah, they're both pretty long, so I don't know. I'm reading live ships next week, so I don't know how I'm gonna do all this either.
I will say that chapter is highly unnecessary. I know what she was trying to do. She could have done it a different way.
It makes everything else before that totally fine. Totally bearable. In my opinion.
Because of reasons I'll can get to. I'm excited for live ships. But I finished Assassin's Quest first.
Yes.
Wait, you've read Assassin's Quest though before, right?
Yes, but it's been like over 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So,
You still have the banner up, by the way.
Oh, not bad. No, but I like literally just finished that chapter. And now I'm like, do I keep going or do I switch to my other book, which is just like happy.
There's only like what 50 pages left at that point, I think, or something like that. Like,
yep.
I would say just push through it and just finish it, get it over and done with.
Oh. How's your book, Evie?
It's not like physically traumatizing like that, but it is a short book. It's 229 pages, and it's taking me like 2 weeks to read 100 pages because I don't want to use the word triggering because I hate that word, but that's the only way that I can describe it, because it just hits very, very close to home and it's uncomfortable. So I have to take it in small doses.
What is the book? Sorry.
Burnt Sugar by Avni Doshi.
Interesting.
It's about a woman with a very fraught relationship with her mother, and her mother is dealing with potentially dementia, but also like at this point I'm starting to think that maybe the narrator, the main character, is also has memory issues as well, and I knew like it was going to be a complicated book for me because I have complicated relationships with like anything related to memory or the fallibility of memory. And then on top of that, the whole mother-daughter relationship is just added onto it. And it's really beautifully written, I think, and really well told. It's just, yeah.
Interesting.
And it's a purple cover, so yay. That's
Purple.
another added bonus. So,
Yep. The best color.
indeed.
Hey, Alex, what's up? K-Fox, hello, friend. Yes, live ships. We're going to do the thing. All the people will be talking about it. When in the month are you guys going to start it?
Probably later in the month because I don't know. That's usually how it goes.
Oh, sorry.
Same. I was just gonna say same because I have to read the third Seven Waters book.
Oh,
And
yes.
I'm hoping it's gonna be more like Daughter of the Forest than Son of the Shadows, because I hated the second book so much. So
I know, I remember. It did not bring you joy.
it did not. 1 star. To go from a 5-star book on the first book to a 1 star, well, 1.5 for the second book. And I'm like, what is happening?
Greg, you're being admonished.
Yeah.
Third week, not
Assassin's
fourth.
Quest took a while. Yeah, I'll give myself some time. To be fair, I feel like I started Assassin's Quest in time, like in plenty of time, but I just I've been reading slowly.
You'll get there. You'll get to it at some point.
Yeah.
Like Foundry side, right?
Yeah. Yeah, eventually.
What were you saying, Evie?
I was just gonna say, did you get another delivery today? Because you should have gotten something else today.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It is on my bookshelf now.
Yeah, I don't know why it's sent in 2 separate deliveries, so, but whatever.
I can behave. I only have one more organ system left, and then I can read whenever I want. Literally. Because I have nothing to do this summer. Because it's the last summer that I ever have in my life. Ever. I will read all the things. My goal is to read like 2/3 of my books.
2/3 of your books.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's so many
Are you
books.
gonna read like 2/3 of every single one of your books, or?
That is a Pete line. No, 2/3 of the books that I own that I haven't read yet.
No, I knew what you meant. I'm being stupid.
Though it would be like in Caitlin fashion to read 2/3 of a book and then just put it down, not pick it up again for a while. That happens.
Don't do that to Elantris. Elantris will be sad.
Wait, you still haven't finished Elantris?
Doth, Caitlin.
You've read it before, though, right?
She has not.
How have I read that book and you haven't?
Because I hate Hrathen and I gave up when I was younger. Ooh.
Even George is displeased with you.
Yes. The Dark Lord of the Kittens.
I see, but I'm not 2/3 of the way through, so I still have. Oh my gosh.
She was growling at me. She doesn't like to be held. She's gonna be 12. I will make it to where she will like being held, for God's sakes.
Birdie, don't be like that. Grumpy. I will finish Elantris. Right, Derry? Right. It's not that I don't like Elantris. It just like there's one character I don't particularly love, and I'm upset with my Elantris experience right now. Because I want to like it more than I do. It's my problem. Greg, I just don't like the characters.
Okay. I understand.
No, just the one character. Greg, he's so boring. He's so boring.
Wait, which one?
Just give him like a Ted Cruz voice when you're reading him. I feel like that the vibe fits.
Oh, is it the the
Rathan,
artist
yeah.
guy?
No, he's not the one who's boring.
Oh. Who is?
I don't want to
Rathan?
spoil it
Oh.
for him.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's-
because it's not really a spoiler. I just don't think Raiden's a good character. I think that he's a Gary Stu and he's annoying.
Oh,
Thank
Raiden.
you.
I thought you
And
said
he doesn't
Rathan.
he doesn't
Thank
do
you.
anything.
Thank you.
He's just a very flat character.
Very
And I
passive.
expect more from Brandon Sanderson than that. But it was his first main character, so I'm giving him a pass. I'm upset that I feel that way.
Mm.
So, does that make any sense?
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. And yeah, I rescind that. I don't think he should have a Ted Cruz voice. I'm trying to think of a voice that he could have that would be funny.
I mean, the thing is, he's not bad. It's just he's not. He's just like it. I feel very blah reading his chapters. I want to know about the lore. I want to learn more about Galadon, but like I don't find him particularly compelling.
I love his interactions with Galadon. I thought they had a good bromance.
Yes, the bromance A+, but like all the other stuff, it's just like he doesn't have any. He doesn't like have any flaws. He's like too good.
Yeah, that could be true.
I don't know. I like the story. The things that I want to know more about, I don't know if we learn anything else about though in the story.
There's more about Galadon, or a bit more.
Good. That's what I'm intrigued about. But I do like the magic system. I do like the world. I like the religious stuff now. Like
Okay.
that I got past that. Like I like the economics and the politics and the religious stuff in this book, which is not the part that I thought that I would like the most, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not too much happens in Elantris for the first large part of the book. I remember there's like some random subplots and stuff that aren't too exciting. Later on, Raiden gets more exciting plots. Like I remember there's the gangs at the beginning in Elantris, and it's like whatever.
The part that I just remember just happened most recently is like Freythin was trying to send that person to bring that message to that place, and they were like, "Okay, I'm going to bring all of my followers." And Freythin's like, "Followers?" He goes, "Followers," and it's very manipulative.
Deloff, yes.
I was trying not to say everything, Greg. I was trying to keep
sorry.
somewhat mysterious, but apparently didn't work. William Shatner.
Is
William
Raiden?
Shatner can be King Iodon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Freythin is better now. I'm just getting distracted. So, but when I'm done with this, then I will move to this. And I may finish this in the next sprint. Depends on how often I have to stop to be horrified.
It's pretty like it's I don't remember anything horrific after that. Like terribly horrific, I should say.
I mean, they just ate the rock star. Can't get much worse than that conversation that happens at that dinner table.
I mean, he volunteered for it, so
that is a whole other level of this is good conversation, but I know what you're getting at. Hello, Milla. Greg, how far are you from the end of Wall of Storms?
I don't know.
English is
like
fine.
Almost there. You can't really see. There's my bookmark.
So close. Are you going to go into the next one?
I don't know. Soon I will. Yeah, I've got to read that in May because the next one comes out in June.
Hey, we have
Or I thought it was July.
friends. Yay!
Oh, maybe it's July.
This is the first time where I put only our pictures on the thumbnail and then extra people join. Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no.
Well, Pete's here, so I can leave.
Okay, horrific.
Indeed.
You like Serene's painting skills?
I was so, oh God, Serene. She kept doing this, like every time she was thinking, she would do this.
Mm.
Why? Ugh,
It
why?
sounds like the braid tugging in Wheel of Time.
Sure.
Pete, what are your opinions on Raoden? Because I was just saying that I find him an incredibly boring, flat character.
I remember very little of him, which actually corresponds with what you just said. I wanted more from him.
I do too. He just like this. And like I said, like I'm just frustrated because I expect more from Sanderson and I don't want to have negative things to say about Cosmere stuff. This is the first time I've just been like, you're letting me down, man. Letting me down.
I mean, you do know that Leslie had like a breakup with Brandon Sanderson for almost a year after reading Elantris, right?
Oh, I won't break up with him.
Yeah, I broke up with Leslie after her breakup with Sanderson.
Dang.
I should say they were on a break.
Yes.
We were on a break.
To quote Ross.
Sorry.
And that's when she found Abercrombie? Makes sense.
I will never be a traitor.
I mean, you can date different books. It's fine. It also, like, as Alex said, it was his first novel. Like,
no,
it's bound to
totally,
be
I
rough.
agree. I totally agree. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing. And I agree when people are like, yeah, you should start with Elantris because going back, it's like, but.
Pete, what are you eating? Please tell me it's not cottage cheese.
No, God, no.
What is
Although I
wrong
might be
with
tempted.
cottage cheese?
It's a peanut butter Oreo milkshake.
Oh, okay.
I repeat, what is wrong with cottage cheese?
It's disgusting.
It's one of my favorite snacks.
Might be tempted to do it like that. Yeah. Cheese is great.
Of course, I am someone who, go figure, ignoring the fact that I had pizza for dinner, I'm the person that if I have too much lactose, it is a very, very fine line. And yeah.
Yeah, this is literal like little pieces of cheese in cheese juice that you eat. That sounds like your worst nightmare.
It's also
Kate,
a texture thing. So
you're not making it sound good, Kate.
At this point, it's not the point.
Pieces of cheese and cheese juice reminds me of pulpy orange juice. And I don't like pulpy orange juice. I think
for me, it reminds me of chunky vomit. So, which is what it looks like.
Cow vomit? What?
Yep.
Can we not talk about vomit while I'm reading this book, please?
You already got to the really bad part, so it's all downhill from here in a good way.
No, so there's a difference. But the thing is, so I think part of what that chapter I think is trying to illustrate is it's like the Voldemort Umbridge thing. Umbridge is worse because she's real. Voldemort is awful and terrible and evil, but like no one's gonna run across a Voldemort in real life, but everyone's had a person like Umbridge in front of them. You read these parts where like people are slaughtering people and eating them or talking about hunting them in the wild. Like it's so far removed, but when you see someone abusing an animal, that's way more painful in like a different way. And I hate the fact that she put that in this book, but it's also genius because she does these little things throughout the entire novel, all 200 pages of it. It's not very long, where she just puts these tiny little scenes where it makes you compare how you feel about this make-believe horrible thing in her story versus how you feel about things in real life.
Well, also, like, you'd sent me a voice message, I think it was yesterday. It's of, like, basically in this in society, which Pete and Greg, definitely you should read this book. It's amazing. I originally rated it 3 stars, but I have not been able to stop thinking about it. So it's a 3-star favorite for me. But yeah, like it's a global society that has shifted so much of their core beliefs and values that eating humans is second nature, and animals are as on the same level as like ants or something, like where you can just like, oh, we can just easily step on them and think nothing of it.
But this book is insane. It's driving me crazy. It makes me think. It makes me want to rip my skin off and run away. Like, just.
I will
I'm
have to
so
be in a
pleased.
very specific place to read that book.
I'm
It
very
is.
pleased.
It is worth it, but I completely understand where you're coming from, and I think that like I could have read this in one day, but I have to take it in small doses because it's just hard to get through. But in the way that it makes me think about things, it's worth it to me. But also, will I ever read a horror book again? Maybe not ever, but
I wouldn't say that that's horror. I think that's like dystopian literary fiction. I don't think that's horror.
Just call it sci-fi like it is. Just call it sci-fi like it is.
I think it's dystopian.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I'm amassing a very long list. I have over 60 books on it right now of dystopian novels that I want to read. Novels, short stories, outside of the main like 6 or 7 that everyone has to read or are like most prevalent. I want to be on the search for great dystopian fiction that no one knows about, and so the interesting thing is where the line is between post-apocalyptic and dystopian, because they're not the same thing.
Yeah.
And they're also not the same as sci-fi. And so it's reminiscent of Pete just put a video up last week about the difference between sci-fi and fantasy. It's kind of like those kind of denotions, but like even on a more minute level, because it's so specific, like steampunk or like what's the thing that Alan likes, flintlock fantasy.
Yeah. So I mean, genres are just marketing tools. I think, which I haven't watched that video yet, Pete. So
Genre.
But Joanna and Alicia were actually talking about translated fiction in a discussion video a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and they were talking about how, like, basically, this Western idea, like, our ideas of like fantasy and looking for fantasy that's not Western, like, if we're looking for fantasy that's not Western inspired, it's not necessarily the Western like idea of fantasy that we have. If that makes sense. So like in the case of Tender is the Flesh, like, I don't think of that as horror. I know some people might, but that is also, like, from what I can tell, that is kind of just the way, like, the style of writing in a lot of the literary circles in Argentina. So I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's all based on how you view it, I guess. I don't know.
I want to read more of her stuff. More of her stuff needs to get translated, like ASAP. But
she has one other, I was actually looking it up the other day. She's written one other book, but it has not yet been translated. So I am checking every single day. When's the translation? When's the translation?
That is on my list, K Fox. I saw it and I was like, "Ooh, I know that K Fox likes this book," and I added it to my thing.
I think I have that book.
I have The Left Hand of Darkness, but I have not read it yet. So
I have Left Hand of Darkness is really good. I have The Lathe of Heaven, The Dispossessed, and the word for the world is forest.
the bird is the word.
The
Sorry.
Greece is the word, actually.
I know. Don't look at me. Birdie looked at me because my mom sings that song to her sometimes. She's like, "What?" The Dispossessed, Left Hand of Darkness. Would Left Hand of Darkness be dystopian or just sci-fi though?
It's just sci-fi.
Yeah, I have like a really, really long. I just went surfing on Goodreads during a time when I probably should have been studying.
Lana!
Lana!
Did you already say it, Pete? What are you reading? Or what will
So,
Nope, definitely didn't
I'm
ask
definitely
him
reading.
because I was distracted. I'm so sorry, Pete.
So I'll be switching between Infinite Jest, per usual, and a Star Wars book. It's a bunch of
Yay!
short stories that take place around episode 6. Specifically, the beginning of episode 6.
Nice. So speaking of Star Wars, I got my husband The Legends of Luke Skywalker. Apparently it came out around the time that The Last Jedi came out. It was released by Disney. But all of the stories are written by Ken Liu.
Really?
Yep.
I knew he wrote some Star Wars, but I didn't know what he had written.
Yeah. I'll send you a link to it.
Yeah, Star Wars gets like a crazy amount of diverse writers in terms of just where they're from and everything.
Anitha, I don't know yet. I'm inclined to think probably one of the first 2 books I read. I just have so many big chunkers in May that I really want to read, because I have Ship of Magic, which is great. I have Wall of Storms, which I'm super excited for.
Yes, best book.
And then
of
I
the
have
year.
The Air War.
Probably.
And I think that's all the big ones I have. I have Books of Jacob too. That's technically a big one, but that's going to be like a 3-month thing.
I did start The Tale of Genji, but I'm doing like a chapter a day basically on that.
A classic.
Indeed.
I am not doing the May the Force Be With You, readathon, because I don't know. Readathons are way too much pressure after the last few that I've done with Shelf Space. I don't want to do any more readathons right now. Like another year.
A lifelong ban on readathons.
Yeah, no, people are asking on Shelf Space about it, and then there's some talk in the mod chat about it, but I'm just like, I'm going to be hands off. I don't want to do anything with it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm just allergic to the word readathon. Even though I like, oh man, it like they were great when they happened, but it's like something that I never want to do again.
They were a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people keep asking, "Oh, is there going to be a June readathon?" And I'm like,
Yeah, that was intense. Do it again. The bingo thing is fun though.
Yeah,
as
I think
long as
that
you're
was
not like trying to do it as a competition, just like can
Yeah,
I
that's-
complete my own bingo card?
That's the idea that was floated, was doing some sort of bingo.
Ha! Damn it.
What?
Tabs.
Yeah, but I can't find my other tab, but the colors that I'm using in this book I don't have on here.
What was that sound?
The tabs are causing feedback.
Yeah.
Hot mic! Everybody, hot mic.
Yeah, last year in the Olympic readathon was intense.
Got overboard, man.
We just had like so many people. That was a lot of it.
Oh my lord.
I don't think anyone was expecting like
No.
600 people.
600
weren't.
people?
No. It was. I think it was more than 600. I thought it was like near 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over.
Because we had like 16 teams.
We had
And there
16
were-
teams,
there
30
were, like,
some people
30
each.
Yeah.
35.
My gosh.
No, we had 15 teams because we didn't have
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hephaestus.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's like around 560, so 1,000 is an exaggeration.
Well, it felt like 1,000.
It did feel
It
like
felt like 1,000.
Angry text sound effect. I'm just gonna have to.
Yes, Anita, it was 2,000 people, in fact.
It's just gonna the number is gonna keep growing as this stream gets longer. By the end of it's gonna be like 1 million.
There was
Poseidon.
the entirety of YouTube.
Team Poseidon won in a field of 375 teams of 40 people each.
400 people.
400 people each. Yes, good catch.
Yeah, we had to start going into the nymphs for team names.
Yep. The Minotaur team.
Team Daphne was very Scooby-Doo themed.
Yep.
Daphne?
Yeah, Daphne is a nymph. Apollo chased her and she turned into a tree.
On that note,
All I can think of is Bridgerton when someone says Daphne now.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I always forget Simple Plan did that.
What?
Did
they? Well, they did. They at least did a cover for one of the seasons. They did it, or one of the runs of it. I think they did.
It the original.
They didn't do the original for certain.
Yeah.
Yes, I still have the Hermes stuff around. In a good way or a bad way, Anita?
I mean, I think it was a good way. That was a lot of effort that you put into that, and it was amazing.
Sorry, that's so funny. Keep going.
I still have it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Related to random songs, so my husband and I, we were catching up on Name That Tune because we're old and we like watching Name That Tune. And I was reminded of a modern classic by Eiffel 65.
I'm blue.
Do it da ba dee da ba da. He didn't know what it was, and I'm like, "How do you not know this song? This is amazing!"
I regularly quote that
video,
song.
and I'm like, "Here."
At least once a month, I quote that song.
It's a great song.
It just makes me think of like roller skating parties in elementary school.
Makes me think of roller skating parties in high school when I was DJing them.
That must have been a cool DJ job.
DJ Ponder.
DJ. That'd be amazing.
No, I was just basically worked at the roller skating rink, and I was willing to work with technology, so they made me a DJ.
Noise.
But
it was cool.
By default, you got the job.
Yeah, no. So they had to deal with a radio, a local radio station that they would send them top hits every month. So on a CD. So every month I would take a look at them and download the songs I wanted. So it was a sweet deal for 3 years.
Well, do you guys want to read?
Sure.
Because I need to keep you youngins on track. So
that's true. Watcha.
Was that your whip noise?
Yep.
Can I do that?
Also, Kate, when we go on mute, you have to send me voice chats of. Yeah.
My anger.
Yep. So, what time do you guys want to read until? Top of the hour?
Yeah. Sounds good.
I should be editing.
Live a little peep.
I mean, I have it already filmed, so it's not gonna. And it's a shorter TBR video, even though it's a giant TBR, so it won't take that long. Anyways,
I have to edit things too. See you guys in a bit. Gentlemen, don't forget to mute yourselves.
Good. I hear a lot of purring over there.
Oh, I didn't realize she was that loud, but yes, she's purring.
I am almost done. Still.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is this your first time reading Roller Storms? This is a reread, Greg.
Yes, first time.
Lana.
No matter how softly you whisper it, you always horrify someone.
Yeah.
It's
Greg, it's just because you sound like a serial killer when you do it.
Thank you. That makes me
Except
feel
like
good about my whispering. And I didn't even do it this time.
Greg, I say that with the utmost fondness.
Yes.
Not in a you're a creeper.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't mean
I'll
serial
say it
killer.
in that way, Greg. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I meant serial killer as a compliment.
That was just the vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, K Fox made a mug brownie. Those are
Mug
great.
brownies are yummy.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Hey,
did you?
mucking around is acceptable in this audience.
Hey,
I love the
if you,
term muckabout. I think it's funny.
if you trashed 5 minutes of whatever, that means you edited 5 minutes of video. So
Yeah.
it counts.
I do not know what I'm reading next. That is, I've become a mood reader. It's over.
Oh,
My
Greg,
TBRs.
it's happened. Finally. You're admitting it finally.
Yep.
Greg is not a serial killer. I just meant like it's just sometimes it sounds a little don't stand too close to the glass, Clarice. You know.
Is that the paper menagerie that you were holding, Kate?
Yes, this is.
Oh, snap.
I was
Can I
gonna
open
say
But I
it?
know I just fired the spine.
I was gonna say Greg should get this, and then we can read short stories when you don't know what else you want to read.
Oh yeah, I have to read Foundry Side. Yeah, that'll be what I read.
I have to figure out if I've ordered Paper Menagerie yet.
It's on sale on. I got it for $10 on Amazon. So.
Ew.
Pete is anti-Amazon.
Ew.
I would be anti-Amazon if I had money to be anti-Amazon, but I don't right now.
Thrift
I'm-
books.
I'm Uncle Amazon.
The last time I bought things from thrift books, I got the wrong things multiple times.
Fair.
And they won't let me send them back, and they won't send me replacements, and I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I basically only order them if I'm not ordering for a specific copy.
Kate,
Yes.
even though I only just first and last read the Paper Menagerie in January, I will reread it with you.
Yay! I'm excited to try his stuff because I have the Grace of Kings, but I think that I'm going to save that to be a summer book.
You mean the summer when you're gonna binge Malazan?
Shut up. Yes, the summer I'm going to binge Malazan. Just because you doubt me, I'm going to do it.
No, you will be super depressed, Kate. Don't do it.
So Lana, yes, you will join us too for that buddy read of the Paper Menagerie.
Derry, you live in New Zealand? You live with the hobbits? Can I come visit you and Lana?
Lana lives in Australia,
Which is right by New Zealand. And if I recall, she's from. Are you from New Zealand, Lana? I thought you told me once you were from New Zealand and now you live in Australia.
She is.
Yeah. 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 I'm not pushing everything to the summer. Everything. I have 7 weeks. I have 7 more weeks of school, and then I can read whatever I want, whenever I want.
Sign up for all the buddy reads this summer.
I do that anyway.
Derry has been to Hobbiton, and it is amazing.
Oh no! But
Lana went to the Lord of the Rings premiere. Holy crap! That's so cool.
Can I go back in time and be you? Honestly, if I were to go back in time, that's one thing I would do.
Go see the Lord of the Rings premiere.
All of them, yes.
Come up. Are you gonna come up here or not, little? Oh wait, shoot! I just said I was gonna let you up on here. Shit.
I remember right when Return of the King was coming out, my small town rinky dink movie theater was like, we're gonna do extended edition showings of all, or no, it was the 2 movies, just the regular theatrical runs. And then they did the first 2 and then the lead up to midnight showing of the 3rd movie.
That's cool.
Liv Tyler, she's
I just love her.
One, she's gorgeous.
Mhm.
2,
Yes.
she does seem like the nicest human ever. So that you are reiterating my desires.
Mhm.
And 3, she's Liv Tyler. Like, she's amazing. She is an elf in real life.
She is.
Her and Cate Blanchett, they do not age. They do not age.
That's why they are the elves.
Mhm.
Neither does Hugo Weaving. I have a crazy premiere story. It's not Lord of the Rings though. So most people probably don't know. There's a place called Mackinac Island in Michigan, which is like a tiny little island in between the peninsulas. And there's no cars there, no nothing. You have to take a ferry. I lived on there for a summer, and it was the summer that the last Harry Potter movie came out. My friend Liz and I were huge fans, and we were like, oh my gosh, we got to go see it at midnight because it's the last one. And so we took the ferry over, and we waited in line, and there were no tickets, obviously, because it was like the only movie theater in like 50 miles. So we scalped tickets for like $100 a pop, went and saw this movie, and then realized that the next ferry wasn't until 7 a.m.
Oh no.
And so we slept on the dock, like on a slab of concrete. And then in the morning, we like wandered down the street and like snuck into like a crappy hotel and pretended like we were guests so we could eat off of the breakfast bar, and then just went to work. It was ridiculous. But we got to see it at midnight. And we cried. It was great. It was worth
That
it.
is insane.
Which Harry Potter was it again?
The last one.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, being the last one in the series, not.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was 20 years old.
Oh,
No,
you're fine
19.
then. Yeah.
I was 19. Well, I was living by myself with friends on an island, so I'm hoping I was old enough. But, I wish it was Lord of the Rings, though.
Okay, ordering paper menagerie.
Yes. Dr. DJ Ponder. I just saw DJ Ponder and my brain went Dr. Ponder, which is just wrong.
You just want me to be a doctor all of a sudden?
No. I have that niche of the internet. Me and Philip Chase.
And Grace and Angela now.
Grace has her master's.
Oh yeah, that's
she
right.
said it.
Well, Angela at least.
Yes, Angela too. Yes.
What about Dr. Dre?
No. Dr. Dre's dead. Sorry.
Wait, is he?
Locked in my basement. No, I was quoting Eminem.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell?
It's part of Slim Shady. This is a really bad joke.
Hey, did you know when he says, like right after he says, my name is, he's saying, my name is backwards? Or Eminem backwards?
What?
I'm joking. Sorry, there's videos that are going around on like Instagram, or they were back when I was on Instagram a week ago or something. That was like people being like, oh my gosh, after he says my name is, he says Eminem backwards. And then there were reaction videos that was just like people that have been fans of Eminem for years being like, oh, it's him saying Eminem backwards. What a surprise.
Honey, stop it.
Well, on that note, it's like as soon as 10 o'clock hits, I turn into a grandma-y pumpkin, so...
I don't think I can become a pumpkin tonight because I have to finish this book because I only have 30 pages left.
What time do you have to be up tomorrow?
Yes.
I have a thing at 8 a.m. that I have to literally sign on to from my computer, and that's it.
So
Okay.
roll out of bed at 7:45 or 7:55.
Oh yeah, I do miss that. I miss being able to do that last semester for almost everything. But be okay. Yep. I'm really tired too. I feel like since we started late, like my soul wants to stay on, but my body is starting to give out.
What is that stupid Futurama quote? Like my spirit is willing, but my flesh is
Tender.
soft and mushy or something like that.
Greg, no. No, the flesh is not tender, Greg. No. Take this book and I smack you on the face with it. I'm
Book
ready.
abuse.
I'm gonna tenderize your flesh. Yeah, it wasn't as funny. Thank you
That's
guys
just a
for
little
hanging
weird.
out. Huh? What?
Yeah, it's just a little weird.
Tenderizing flesh?
Tenderizing his foot. What?
Pete, you're gonna make it weird.
I'm sorry. It just sounded a little weird. Gonna beat him with a bat or something.
No.
Hi,
A
George.
mallet.
A mallet, specifically a tenderizing mallet. Those
Well,
things
they
hurt.
use clubs in the book, but sorry.
Wow, K Fox. That's 10 o'clock.
Wait.
Wild and crazy that is.
Wait, 8 o'clock? Kevin, do you have to be to work at like 5 a.m.? Is that how early your Starbucks opens?
Listen, some people just like to go to bed early, okay? Don't judge us.
Sorry, I can't help but stay up until 1 a.m. It's a bad habit.
Yeah.
Listen, once you turn 30, you can't do that anymore.
5 years. I'm half. No, I'm a quarter of a century, halfway to 50.
Wait, so I'm 10 years. Wait, what year were you born, Pete?
96.
So I'm more than 10 years. Oh, dear God, I feel old.
No, I'm not 96. I'm 86. What?
You're not 86.
I might be 703 years old. You never know.
111th?
When 900 years old you reach.
Well, actually, you know what? I don't feel as bad because I can't do math. For some reason, I thought that was 11 years difference. It's only 9. So I don't feel as bad anymore.
Yeah, it's okay.
Greg, what were you quoting?
Yoda.
How did you not know that was Yoda? I mean, I'm literally reading Star Wars stuff, but
Pete.
can you say down, Lana? You can't say up. Can you say down?
To say, Pete.
What about left or right? Can you still say those things?
Oh, I need just as much sleep as I used to do.
Did you get the Legends of Luke Skywalker while you were at it?
No, I have to look into what that is a little bit more. Because it said Journey to Last Jedi, and I look at Last Jedi and I want to throw up. So
I love The Last Jedi.
I was gonna
I'm
say
sorry.
unpopular opinion apparently, but I like The Last Jedi much more than The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, that's
I mean,
not
well,
unpopular.
the-
Everybody hated
Rise of Skywalker is
Yeah, I mean the entire sequel trilogy was the first one was promising, but then they just rehashed everything and it's bullshit.
It was a false promise.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, there's some nice threads, but it still was a remake, so it was kind of weird. And then like we got Last Jedi, and we are like, what's going on? We got Rise of Skywalker, and we're like, wow, this is a dumpster fire.
Here's some science. Well,
I knew what you meant, Lana. I just, was purposely taking it because it was funny. I'm sorry.
Before we get devolved into a Star Wars conversation, which I know we can do very easily, I'm going to end the stream so that we can go to bed and let the Australians have lunch over there.
Australians and New Zealanders, the southern hemisphere folks.
Hemisphere, yes. But thank you all for hanging out with us. I'm sorry that we got started late today. I had some stuff, like house things that I just had to finish, and it involved timely things. So good night, everybody. We'll see you later next week.